A very good evening to all of you. Today we thought of giving you an update on how to fill up the ESR notification for the Ministry of Economy, which is applicable for all the mainland companies who is not dealing with any specific activities mentioned there. So in general, the first page there you have to fill up your email ID. Then we will proceed to fill up your basic information to your company about your company, and the only specific thing which is there is the financial year ends. Up to that, the moment you proceed, it will be asking you for the financial period of your company. There you have to fill out the starting and ending date of your financial year for your applicable for your company. Then proceed with. The moment you proceed with, the next question is to understand whether your company is doing any relevant activity. If your company is not doing any relevant activity, you can choose no, and below that, if your company is doing any relevant activity, you have to choose it out from the list. If your company is not dealing with any relevant activity, you can choose not applicable. Then come down, the next question will be on whether you are earning any revenue out of the relevant activity in the preceding financial year. So having said that, here also, if your company is not earning any revenue out of it, you can choose no, or if you are earning it, you have to choose it as yes. Then proceeding with the next table, you have to fill out whether the same amount what you have earned on the just about table, whatever you stated, whether it has been subject to tax in any other countries. That is the next information you have to fill out. Basically, if your income has been taxed in anywhere else in the world, you have to fill out properly. If your company is not subject to tax anywhere in the world, yes, you can proceed with choosing no for all of the activities. Please remember, you have to choose only for relevant activity against each of the relevant activities wherever applicable are. Having said that, the last question was on high risk profile IP, high risk IP businesses. If you are dealing in intellectual property rights or intellectual property business, then you have to only fill out this the last question. The next question is to understand whether you are having any exemption from the ESR regulations, which is basically available for a company or a business or a licensee which is having more than 51% shareholding by any of the state or federal government of UAE. And it can be a combination, it can be anything. So if your company's if your company's share capital is held by any of the governments more than 51%, then you have to fill it as yes, otherwise no. Then proceeding with the next, you have to fill out whether you're a tax resident in any of anywhere else in the world. If yes, you have to choose the country name on down, or if no, you have to just choose no and proceed to the next. On the next page, what you have to fill out is the basic information about the authorized signatory who is responsible for the company. So you can fill out your company's the concerned person's details over there. Since it is since the declaration specifically mentioned that the person has to be properly authorized, then you have to make sure the detailed information of the person you have filled on top should be in line with it. So he should be an authorized person. Having filled all this information, you can just proceed with. There is no attachments needed as far as the notification is concerned in the mainland. So that's it. The moment you have done with, it will give you normally an email stating what are the informations you have filled in. So that's it as far as the local mainland companies are concerned, apart from those covered.